Hi, I'm Annemarie with Speak Confident English, and welcome to your Confident English Wednesday lesson. To get us started this week, I want to ask you a question. When you meet someone new in English, when you meet a new business client, a new partner, someone who just moved to where you live, how do you start a conversation with them in English? What questions do you use to start that conversation, to make small talk? If you often feel nervous about asking questions in English, starting conversations, if you're not sure about what questions are polite to ask, then today's lesson is perfect for you. Today I'm going to share my favorite questions for starting conversations in English. These are questions I use when I meet someone new or if I haven't seen someone in a long time. We'll also talk about why they are great questions, what I love about them, and how you can use them. What situations are perfect for these questions? So the next time that you're getting to know a new client or partner at work, the next time that you're at an international conference, talking to people in your profession, getting to know them, building your network, or the next time you have some new neighbors to meet or people at a birthday party, you can start that conversation and you've got questions that are perfect for that situation. Now, let's pause just for a moment because in this video, we're going to talk about questions to start a conversation with anyone in English. But you might be thinking, how do I start a conversation in English? I always feel nervous. I feel stressed. I forget the words that I want to use. I have questions that I want to ask, but I don't know how. If that sounds like you, I actually have a much more in-depth training video just for you. You can download it for free in the online lesson. And in that video, I go much more in depth and we get some strategies for how to be confident, how to be prepared and ready to start a conversation. So when you have the right questions, you can go to that international conference, you can go meet your neighbors, go to the dinner party and not feel nervous, not feel afraid to start that conversation in English. So again, if you want that training, just go to the online lesson and click download to get that advanced training. Okay, so let's get started with my favorite questions. In this video, I'm going to highlight 4 questions that I almost always ask. And then in today's lesson, I have a list of 10 questions. So whatever your situation is, wherever you are going, whoever you are talking to, I have a question that you can use to ask them to start that conversation, keep the conversation going, and enjoy your discussion in English. My first question for today, and honestly, it's my most favorite. I ask my friends this question. I ask people I met for the first time. I ask people I haven't seen for a long time. I even ask my husband this question sometimes, is, what's the most interesting thing you've done lately? Or what's the most interesting thing you've read lately? What's the most interesting thing you've heard lately? I love this question because you can use it everywhere. If you're at a business meeting and you're just chatting with people before the business meeting starts, ask someone what the most interesting thing they've done lately is. Or if you've just met someone at a party and you want to keep the conversation going, this is a super simple question to ask. It always starts a conversation, and most people are really happy to talk about something interesting that they've done. They like talking about things that are enjoyable. I also like it because I always learn something new. And if I'm talking about something that you've read or you've heard, I learn a new fact or I learn about a new book, a new film that I should watch. So if you're searching for a polite, easy conversational question in English for making small talk, getting to know someone, I highly recommend this question. My second favorite question is perfect for a situation when you're meeting someone for the very first time. I love to ask, where are you from originally? And I ask this to both native and non-native speakers because honestly, even if you come from the same city as I do, or you come from the same area, your experience in life, growing up, being a child, going to school, studying, is different from mine. So even if we come from the same place, I will learn something new. But of course, if you come from somewhere completely different, another part of the country, another region, or a different country, then I'll definitely learn something new. I might learn about a new culture, a new cuisine, and all of that information is very easy for follow-up questions. So when you want to continue the conversation, if you find out that someone is from another country, then you could definitely ask about their culture, their cuisine. What is something unique about where they're from? What do they recommend if you visit that place? As I mentioned, this is great anytime you meet someone new. So again, if you're traveling for work or you're at a business meeting and you're just getting to know some people before or after the meeting, this is a great, simple conversation question. If you've just moved to a new city, an English-speaking country, and you're starting to get to know your neighbors, maybe you're getting to know the other parents at your kid's school, this is a great question to start those first conversations. Now, this third question is perfect for professional situations. Maybe you're chatting with some colleagues. Maybe it's a colleague that you haven't seen in a long time. Or maybe you're getting to know a new business partner, a potential client. It's very similar to my favorite question, the first question, but it's changed just a little bit to really focus on work. So a question I often ask is, have you been working on any interesting projects lately? Or have you been working on anything interesting lately? Again, most people really like answering questions or talking about things that they enjoy, things they find interesting. So this is a really easy question to get a conversation going, get someone talking a little bit, get to know them, and as you learn about a project that they're working on or something they've been doing that's interesting, again, you'll learn a lot, and you can ask follow-up questions to keep that conversation going. And the final question for today's video is on the topic of travel. I love talking about travel. I love hearing about other people's experiences, their recommendations, what their favorite thing was on vacation. I love it. So one of my most common questions, if I'm meeting someone new, if I haven't seen a colleague or a friend for a long time, I might ask, where's the coolest place you've ever been? This is a great question for telling stories and sharing memories, even getting recommendations for a great place to visit, something to do, or a place to eat. So there are my 4 favorite questions for starting a conversation in English. Again, these are questions that I use, other native speakers use all the time, and they're perfectly polite for various business situations and daily life in English. And you can visit today's online lesson to get my full list of 10 questions to start a conversation with anyone. Review the questions and then share with me in the comments. I want to hear from you and help you get some practice using English, give you some feedback. So review the list of questions and then tell me your favorite question. What do you think is the best question on the list? And then share your answer to that question. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments, and I'll see you next week for your Confident English Wednesday lesson.